been a while since I've had a video on my YouTube channel, and as you guys can tell from the title of this video, and no, it is not clickbait, I am selling my 2020 Volkswagen Jetta R Line. And as you guys know, I've made a few videos on this car, not a lot. We'll kind of talk about that, but overall, I do want to say I really do love this car, but I'll be totally honest, I'm just not attached to it. And my reason for selling is realistically just to get into something new. And by new, I don't mean newer, just something a little bit different and more fitting to my needs and the things I intend on doing in the near future of my life. So it kind of for me, it totally justifies getting rid of the 2020 Jetta R Line. And at the end of the day, this car was essentially free, and that's another thing that we will be talking about. But the car will be sold tomorrow. Today is November 21st on Sunday. The car will be gone November 22nd at about 5:30 p.m. I'll definitely film some of that for you guys. So for those of you that have been following the channel and have seen the Jetta R Line content, you would know that I bought this car back in July of 2020, obviously when the car was brand new, and I grabbed it when it only had 14 miles on it. I actually bought it sight unseen. A guy I was working for at the time, he had bought a black one of these with a 6-speed, and he's like, dude, I think you'd really like this car, and they have another one there that's white. So I literally go into the dealership with him. I was working for him at the time, so we were doing some stuff out in York for work, and we stopped at the dealership. We ended up trading in the Crosstrek. They gave me a fair deal on that. And the whole reason of me getting this car was to get out of the Crosstrek, because I was paying $442 a month at a 7.9% interest rate. It was my first loan, no cosigner. So that was kind of what it was. I did like the car, except it was super slow, and I felt like it needed a 6th gear with all the driving, especially highway driving that I do. So I ended up getting this car because Volkswagen at the time during the pandemic, like a lot of other dealerships, were trying to get rid of their cars because people really weren't going out buying cars, people really weren't leaving their house. So the MSRP on the Jetta R Line was like 24 grand. I have the window sticker, I'm not sure of the exact price, but let's just say roughly 24 grand. And they were selling it for 20 even out the door with 0% financing if you qualified. I qualified. That brought my $442 a month payment down to $339, basically saving $100 a month, which was great. So now, fast forward to November, almost December of 2021, and I've decided it is time to get rid of the Jetta R Line. And in this video, we're gonna be talking about why I'm doing what I'm doing and my plans. I don't have an exact plan for like a specific vehicle. There are a couple vehicles that I'm looking at, but we're not even really going to talk about that. You guys will just have to wait for the video. It's going to be totally different, I can tell you that. It's going to be completely different from what I'm currently driving. But overall, I just want to say, yes, I do love the 2020 Jetta R Line. It's a car I will always recommend to people. I do think it is a great car. But overall, for myself, I want even more of a cheaper payment because realistically, I spend most of my money on travels, and I want to also... There's other things I want to endeavor in, and saving a couple $100s a month is going to be one of those things that's going to help at least make those things possible for the things that I enjoy and actually content that I want to bring here to YouTube and to other platforms as well. You know, the things that I'm just truly passionate about. And I think getting rid of this car will actually put me in, it'll give me another step in that direction towards pursuing some of the things that I'd like to pursue, attempt to pursue. You get the idea. That's the main reason why I'm getting rid of the Jetta R Line, is to get into something cheaper and something, I don't want to say something I care about less, because that's not really the case, but overall the Jetta has amenities that I don't really need, like heated back seats. I've never really used the sunroof. It's just things that I don't really care for. So in, let's just say, the past year and a half of owning this car, it's been really awesome, honestly. I put 23,383 current miles on the car, as we're pretty much taking the last leisure drive with the car, because tomorrow after work, Carvana is actually who bought it, and we're going to be talking about that in the next video. Like I said, that video will probably be coming out Wednesday or Thursday, so keep your eye out for that. It kind of explains a lot of the incentive and push to actually get rid of this car and pursue getting into something different, with the opportunities that are going on currently in the world, I guess you would say. with the value of used cars, newer used cars. The newer it is, the better. Like I said, we'll break all of that down. I want to show you guys some pretty crazy stuff that I felt like at this given time was the only time to really take advantage of the used car market to get out of a car payment and into something a little bit older, definitely a little bit older. I just don't care too much for the luxury feel anymore. It's great, but this car is not me. This car is a great daily. If I had the other things that, you know, I'd like to make me happy on the side, like I got the Rabbit, both Rabbits, the moped, stuff like that, don't get me wrong, but I do still feel like there's stuff missing in a vehicle for me. So that's basically the main update. I just wanted to make a little video explaining, you know, kind of the reasons why I'm getting rid of the Jetta, but we'll also be breaking down a lot of the numbers behind it in another video, as well as what kind of vehicle I'll end up getting, because I still am on the hunt for one. And I do want to say overall, I still recommend this car. I still love this car, but it's just, I didn't have an attachment to it. That's for sure. I never really had much of an attachment to this car. It was just a daily driver, and overall, like I said, love the car. I think it's a good looking car. It drives very nice, good fuel mileage, and that is something that I'm going to miss, because realistically, the route of vehicle I'm going isn't going to be as fuel efficient, which is fine because I'll be cutting down in cost and payment, and overall I'll get more use out of the vehicle. So stay tuned for what will be happening, and then basically all that's left is for Carvana to come pick this thing up tomorrow at 5:30. So I guess I'll see you guys when Carvana shows up and takes the car. She's sold. She's sold, boys. And just like that, this car is legally no longer mine. It's still here at the house. They still have to come pick it up with a tow truck. I just signed all the paperwork, and the 2020 Jetta R Line is gone. Technically not officially, but it's no longer mine. It should be picked up within the next hour to 2 hours. Kind of a bittersweet moment, but I got to take off the plate, and then once Carvana comes to pick it up, we'll talk about some things. Kind of a bittersweet. Right now it's kind of bitter, and we'll talk about all that. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so it is literally 9 p.m. and they still have not come to pick up the car. I was literally just waiting around to film it, just so we all could say goodbye to it together. But odds are I'll probably hear it last minute, or I'll fall asleep. I'm not falling asleep anytime soon, but maybe before it leaves. I don't know. I was told they would be here at 7:30. It is now 9 o'clock. So who knows? I did want to film it, just a little departure. I am gonna miss the Jetta. It still doesn't feel real yet. Once I wake up tomorrow and I go outside and it's not there, then it'll be like, holy cow. So you're probably wondering what I'll be driving around in. I still have the 81 Rabbit truck. The 79 stays in a storage unit. I also have the van, but with gas right now, I'm definitely not driving the van. So I'm gonna drive around in the Rabbit, and I can also use my mom's car. I'm narrowing in on some few vehicles. I have like a decent variety of things that I'm interested in. So it's just, I'm going to look at one tomorrow or Wednesday, and I'll definitely keep you in the loop. But in the next video, we're gonna be talking about how my 2020 Jetta R Line was literally a 100% free car on top of some profits. I'll be breaking down some things, just pretty interesting, some things to consider for maybe some people who are looking to get out of a car. And right now is the time to sell. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, make sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications. Leave a comment below on what kind of vehicle you guys think I'm getting. I am curious to hear your guys' guesses. So leave those in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video.